Hello, let's learn English with me. Today we are finishing our 2A unit according to students' book English file, upper intermediate level. Okay, let's start. We should do page 19. Let's start from reading and speaking. What should we do? We should read the text and do some tasks according to this text. We should learn some new vocabulary, practice it, and so on. Let's do it. Look at the title of the article on page 19 and read the first paragraph. With a partner, try to complete the definition of a cyberchondriac. Do you think the tone of the article is humorous or serious? Let's read the word, this one, cyberchondriac. Cyberchondriac. With the sound S, yeah, then I, cyberchondriac. Cyberchondriac. Who is it? It's a person who compulsively searches the internet for information about symptoms of illness. Okay, so, and let's read the title. Can you see the title? I think yes. Confessions of a cyberchondriac. Confession, what is it? Cyberchondriac, this is, yep. Confession means a statement admitting something that you are ashamed of or embarrassed about. Something, yes? Okay, so it means in Russian признавать. Yep, признание. Okay, let's read the text and do some exercises. Now we should read the whole article and complete the summary of each paragraph with phrases from A to E. There are some phrases and there are some summary. Yeah? Let's read the summary, then we should read the text. When the writer found out that she had a fast heart rate, she at the hospital she discovered. What did she discover? Since she returned from the hospital, it's difficult to know from online information where condition. A lot of online medical information, adjective, has been obsessively checking her symptoms online. Obsessively means this word. 1 second, please. Yep. Obsessively. Yeah, can you see? I think yes, you can. Let's continue. Googled the possible causes. Isn't very reliable or up to date. Up to date means actual. Reliable means secure. Was suffering from a chest infection and cyberchondria. Is rare or very common. It's about illnesses, I think. Let's continue. Let's read the text. And we should match these parts. Yeah, can you see? I'll check. Yes, you can, and like that. Yes, I can. Okay, 1 second. A few weeks ago, I was feeling under the weather. What does it mean? Feel under the weather. It means you feel badly, or I don't know. Let's read. Yep. Недомогание. Yep. Let's continue. You can practice these words. You can see this dictionary below our video, and you should click the link, and there are some tasks.
Liver. Assume. Claim miracle cures. Up to date.
And so on. Let's continue. After days of intensive internet diagnosis, I finally went to see my doctor. After examining me, she told me that my heart rate was a bit fast and sent me off to the hospital for some tests. Did I go straight there? Of course not. First, I took out my phone, logged on to Google, залогиниться, and found out that the technical term for fast heart rate is supraventricular tachycardia. I didn't know this word, supraventricular tachycardia. Then I typed these two words into Google. Yeah, this one means this one. Fast heart rate. Yep. Sadly, the problem with Dr. Google is that, or dear Google, is that he isn't exactly a comfort in times of crisis. Isn't exactly a comfort. To be exactly comfort, I wrote down it. You can see here, be exactly comfort. One website immediately scared me with a list of 407 possible causes. Next. Number 2, I raced to the hospital convinced that I probably needed open heart surgery. Open heart surgery, surgery means operation, yep. 4 hours later, I got a diagnosis. I had a chest infection, and a bad case of cyberchondria, yep. A bad case of cyberchondria. 2 illnesses, yep. Can you see? The only consolation for the latter condition is that I'm in good company. Consolation means утешение. I wrote down on знание. And the latter means the last condition. A Microsoft survey of 1 million internet users last year found that 2% of all searches are not insignificant number were health related. Okay, so not insignificant. It means, what does it mean? I should tell you. Немаловажный. Where is it? One second, please. Yes, немаловажный in Russian. I think it's important, of course. Let's continue. Unfortunately, once you have it, cyberchondria can be hard to cure. Since my trip to hospital, I have been obsessively checking my pulse, swapping symptoms in chat rooms, and reading all about worst case scenarios. Obsessively, yeah. We've met this word. Has been obsessively checking her symptoms online, yep. After hospital, yep. For example, since she returned from the hospital, she has been obsessively checking her symptoms online. Let's continue. This one and this one. Swapping symptoms. Swapping means in chat rooms. Tell somebody about your symptoms and somebody tells you about his symptoms. and reading all about worst case scenarios. What if the doctors got it wrong? What if the ECG machine was faulty? Faulty was wrong. It's exhausting, it's tiring, trying to convince yourself that you might have a life-threatening illness. I think you understand all of the words, I hope. Let's continue in order to do this task. The Microsoft study also revealed another serious problem, that online information often doesn't discriminate between common and very rare conditions. Yep. Reveal means open. Another serious problem, discriminate between common and rare conditions. Is rare and very common. Yep. One second, please. I think E is number 4. Yep. Let's continue. 1 in 4 of all articles thrown up by an internet search for headache suggested a brain tumor as a possible cause. Although it is true that this may be the cause, in fact, brain tumors develop in fewer than 1 in 50,000 people. People also suppose that the first answers that come up in searches refer to the most common causes. So if you type in mouth, I don't know how to read it, I meet it first time. We should Google it then and see that mouth cancer has several mentions near the top. You think that it must be very common. However, this is not the case at all. One second. Ulcer. Mouth ulcer. Let's continue. Another problem for cyberchondriacs is that online medical information may be from an unreliable source, insecure source, or out of date, not up to date. A recent American study showed that 75% of the people who use the internet to look up information about their health do not check where that information came from or the date it was created. Once something has been put up on the internet, even if it's wrong, it's difficult to remove, says Sarah Harris, a doctor. This is a problem, especially with scare stories and also with some alternative remedies which claims to be miracle cures, but which may actually do you harm. Remedies means лекарства, which claim to be miracle cures. Представляют себя miracle cures. This one, claim miracle cures. Let's continue. Check the information. Sorry, I don't have time. I'm off to buy a heart rate monitor. I'm off means I'm going to buy, for example. Okay, let's do this task then. I hope you understand all of the words I hope. Okay. When the writer found out that she had a fast heart rate, she Googled the possible symptoms, no causes. I think B. At the hospital, she discovered that she was suffering from a chest infection and cyberchondria. D. A lot of online medical information. Isn't very reliable or up to date. Yep, number 5. C. Let's check it. B, D, A, E, C. Well done. Let's continue. You can pause the video. Yep, you can pause the video and do these tasks. Then let's check together. For example, match the highlighted phrases in the article related to medicine to definitions from 1 to 7. These highlighted phrases from the text we should match with these definitions. The medical treatment of a heart problem is that involves an operation. I think it's open heart surgery, of course. Let's write down here number 1. Next, successful treatments for an illness that was thought to be impossible to cure. It's about claimed to be miracle cures. Yep, miracle cures. Number 2. Miracle cures. 3. Idiom not feeling very well. It means under the weather. Under the weather. Number 3. Next. Let's check. Yep. Okay, well done. Let's continue. Exaggerated reports in the news that make people worry. Exaggerated. It means from the small thing to enormous thing. Yep. In Russian it will be делать из мухи слона, for example, преувеличенный. What is it? It means scare stories. Yep. Number 4. Scare stories. Yep. Well done. Next. The most terrible situations that could happen. It means the most terrible situations. Situations, scenarios. Yeah. Worst case scenarios. This one. Number 5. And 6, the speed at which your heart beats, heart rate 6. And 7, an illness which could kill you. This one. 7. Life-threatening illness. You can check. And let's continue. We have one more task. Now, read each paragraph again carefully and choose A, B, or C. Let's do 1 second. At once, yep. The problem with Dear Google, or maybe, yep, is that the information is insufficient, varying, or false. It's varying. I think we can check if you want. Yep. Next. Microsoft's survey discovered that searches are to do with health quite a lot of searches are to do with health. Are to do means connected with, connected, yeah. This phrase means connected. Next, the information the writer has found since coming back from hospital has made her cyberchondria worse, of course. And one of the problems with internet searches is that they don't rank answers in order of probability, only focus on common illness, don't always give an answer. Yeah, I think A. And our last one, most people are unlikely to check health information was posted. Why and why, by who, how and when and by who. When and by who. Data and author, yep. Let's check. You can see here the answers. Yep, we are right, yeah. And then you should answer 2 questions, yep. Do you know anyone who you think is a hypochondriac and cyberchondriac? What kinds of things do they do? I think, as for me, yeah, I think maybe it's my mother. She is always in the internet searching symptoms and courses. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think people in your country worry a lot about their blood pressure? I think yes, I've heard about it, but as for me, I'm not worried about my blood pressure because I don't know how it impacts on me. Cholesterol level, I don't know about it. Digestive system. It means пищеварительная система. I think, I don't know what about people. Maybe yes, because they have a healthy lifestyle. They try to eat healthy food and so on. As for me, I do it too. So do I, yep. I try to have a healthy lifestyle and eat only healthy food, but it's difficult. Next, liver. Liver means печень. I think a lot of wives, a lot of alcoholics' wives are worried about their husbands' livers. Yeah, only maybe they, I don't know. And then you can do writing task. I don't know if you need or not. As for me, I don't want to do it. That's why I will miss it. And next lesson, we should begin this unit 2B. Okay, you should practice our vocabulary on Progress Me and в знание here, yep. And then I'm waiting for you next time. See you. Goodbye. Thank you for being here with me.